Hello everybody, this is Dante of Paradimez, and I'm your host. And I just got back from a meeting that I had with a buddy of mine. His name is Ricky, and he's involved in the life leadership business. Most of you, if you're seeing this for the first time, I'm sure you're probably not going to be familiar with that. And he said, "Have you been keeping up? Because I'm in the business as well, but I don't attend like all the meetings, and I'm not really super involved in it because really it's about helping. It's about helping people with their finances and in 8 different areas of their life. But the main one is finances, and it's like, are people ready for it? Are people ready for it? But I don't really want to talk about the business. I just want to read this article from October 24th, 2018, because he asked me had I heard about the C-4 project, and I told him no, I haven't heard anything. So it's this article can be found on orrinwoodwardblog.com. That's where I'm at. On Woodward Life Leadership, pre-launch of the C4 project. So I'm actually reading. I'm gonna begin reading this article, and you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Although the political pundits proclaim the economy is exploding with stocks spiraling indefinitely upward and national wealth increasing beyond belief, the people at large, the untold billions laboring around the world to create a better tomorrow, are simply roadkill for the elite's superhighway. Indeed, the middle class, the class traditionally believed to be the backbone of any healthy society, is headed for extinction just as the dinosaurs did from a lack of supportive ecosystem. For instance, the median yearly wage in America today is partially $30,533. This amounts to half of the Americans making less than $2,500 per month in income. And since the latest federal poverty level statistics for a family of 5 is 29,420, the median single income family is now practically at the poverty class, losing its grasp of the middle class lifestyle altogether. To add further insult to injury, a whopping 68% of Americans make less than $50,000 per year, a total which Arthur Charles Hugh Smith estimated was half the amount households needed to live in middle-class comfort. If this is the fate of the middle class in the wealthiest nation in the world, what chance do aspiring achievers have in the rest of the world? Inflation, the most silent but deadly of taxes, is killing billions of entrepreneurial dreams. If it's not the people who are seeing the fruit of their labor, then who exactly is enjoying the benefits of all the impressive productivity increase generated in the history of humanity? The answer to this question, a question the money, media, and management elites wish you wouldn't ask, let alone answer, is the increases are divided up by the elites through usury, entrance, in the money powers elite financial matrix, a matrix conveniently protected by the management power elites status institutions. And as a matter of fact, there is if you can email me, customer service at paradimestore.com, if you're interested in getting a financial matrix audio. We have the financial matrix audio, and we have the financial matrix book. So email me for that, because again, like I said, I'm in the business, but I'm not in that business. I'm doing my own thing. You understand? While the media power elite spew an endless series, a matrix conveniently protected by the management power elites state institutions. While the media power elite spew an endless series of propaganda piece designed to convince the befuddled masses to blame anyone and everybody so long as the real source of the injustice is permitted to continue. In a nutshell, the financial matrix is created by the financial elites. is protected by the state elites and justified by the media elites, all to ensure the scheme continues to produce profits and power. Furthermore, if you think the financial system is healthy, I can promise that a rude shock is coming when one realizes that the 2008 great financial crisis is just the warm-up act in the unfolding drama. After all, the bucket of balderdash dumped the media elites may confuse the masses, but it does not rescind economic laws, or it does not rescind economic laws, excuse me. So what's going on is we never had the depression we were supposed to have in the 2007-2008 crisis because of monetary policy, and now it's just been put off, and here we are 10 years later, and we still haven't came down from off of that high. We haven't gotten away from the 0% interest rates. You understand what I'm saying? And all this money that flooded into the economy. Okay, it flooded into the economy, but we cannot be an economy just based on debt alone, because it would implode on itself. And that's what ultimately we are going to be facing here coming. It's coming. I mean, it is what it is. Not something that I hope for, not something that I pray for, but it's just a matter of time. It's just basic Newtonian physics. You can't deny the laws. So let's continue. Not surprisingly, so long as the money power is allowed to run the fraudulent financial matrix, so long as the matrix continues to buy the needed protection from the managers of the state, and finally, I like to call it the bureaucracies. I like to call it the bureaucracies. And you can have bureaucracies in the federal or state regulatory federal regulatory bureaucratic agencies. It's my term. So so long as the matrix continues to own the corporate media propaganda machinery, it is very difficult, if not impossible, for the common man to get a fair shake. Sherlock Holmes is not needed to detect something is amiss. In effect, the money powers have created the legendary philosopher's stone, the mythical device that turned base metals into valuable gold. However, in the modern financial matrix, the fiat money system requires neither base metals nor gold to perform its magical potions. The modern money formula utilizes computer digits to create money. Money the masses labor for decades to repay both principal and interest, and these digits are created out of thin air without labor. This is also known as fractional reserve banking. So for every dollar that is deposited into a bank, then the bank can loan out 10 times that amount. And that's not even the worst of it. Then the Federal Reserve, on the other side of things, before all of the money can be created 10 times due to the fractional reserve, the Federal Reserve is out there printing up money, running the printing press to give to the banks, and so they can make those loans and then create more money off those loans, and then create more money off the new loans and off the newer loans, even more, 10 times that. And you see how it spirals out of control. You see how there's no real control over the whole economic structure. And then by what am I trying to say? It's meant to crash. It's meant to fail for the majority of people. Now the banks and the people that are invested, and the ones that are on the other side of the spectrum when it comes to loaning out money, they're good. They don't have to worry because they have entrants working in their favor. You understand? Are you a debtor or are you a creditor? You understand? Do you loan money out to people, or are you the one on the other end of the stick that is borrowing, always constantly borrowing, needing a cash advance for your payday. Come in and we'll take like 10%. It might even be 20% because you need that money today. The money that never existed to pay entrance that was created when the debt was created. You know, the modern money formula utilizes computer digits creates money. We already read that. How is that fair and equitable? Can you see how the state desires to protect the matrix because it benefits from the fiat money to build power over the people without increasing taxes, and the media powers defends the system because it's unwise to bite the hand of the owner? And I just found out Congress is getting like checks from Google. And then so it's like, wow, 10,000, 20,000, 20,000 for like each member of Congress that wants to be bought and paid for. They're getting checks, and it's like, wow. So you'll sell out the whole country for pennies, $20,000. I mean, most people might be like, oh man, $20,000, that's a lot of money. $20,000 is not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. And to think that our Congress can be bought for so little by private institutions and corporations, it's just so abominable. So anyways, let's continue. Be that as it may, I'm not a pessimist by nature and believe we can still have justice for all. Indeed, through the power of mobile revolution, the vision of CEO Chris Brady, and the steadfastness of the rest of life leaders, the C-4 project is coming in 2019. Imagine a partnership with hundreds. You got to remember that this blog was originally posted October 24th of 2018. And this is January, what's today, the 16th? January 16th, 2019. So it's coming. This is their business, again. So I'm just reading this. So I don't want people to think, like, oh, do you agree with all of that? I mean, yeah, I agree with some of it. I don't agree with everything everybody says, and neither should you. You should question everything. Imagine a partnership with hundreds of brand names, content merchants teamed up with innovative commerce payment processing technologies and shared through the word of mouth expertise of the Life community. Now, add a fourth C to the three C's, namely cryptocurrency, that will be immediately accepted across all 70,000 locations in the USA alone, and soon to span the globe across millions of locations. This isn't merely a glorified airlines miles program, since it spans across hundreds of merchants and expanding monthly. Further, the crypto will be traded on exchanges and now not owned by any entity through using the power of blockchain technology. No central control, a set amount of coins to protect against fiat frauds, and the ability to use them immediately across more locations than any other known crypto. This has the potential to be the future of currency worldwide. Through marketing agreements, the joint venture will provide discounts to customers and members and generate cryptocurrency every time someone purchases from one of our partner stores. Yes, this has the potential to completely alter the course of middle class history and turn the tide on its lost liberties and wealth. Now, I might partner with them. I haven't decided yet. You know, I'm new in everything. It's not that I don't have confidence or have faith or determination or motivation or inspiration. I got all of that. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to take this next. And I might partner with them so people can... I'm all about helping the people. So if we gotta use crypto, like I said, I haven't decided yet, but if you have to have some type of incentive when you do shop with me at my health and wellness store, paradimestore.com, all the links are gonna be in the description, then we might implement that too. So you can it'll be like at the tip of your fingers. It'll be at the tip of your fingers. And there's just all kinds of stuff. We have to continuously be innovative. We can't just stagnate. You understand? Because if you're not growing, you're dying. If your business is not growing, it's dead in the water. You understand? So we gotta keep making sure that we're in the green or in the black, and that's most important. Impossible, inconceivable, and downright utopian, you say. I don't blame you, for it's a tall order to do something that has never been done before. Nonetheless, I'm tired of cursing the darkness, and I'm ready to praise the light. It's time to burn our life's candle by doing something that matters, something that's just something that simply needs to be done. As a matter of fact, I don't believe I'm the only one that feels this way. Instead of criticizing the old, why not actually help us create the new? So they're like, so we're criticizing this old fiat death and debt paradigm that's dying. Come over to the new paradigm or paradigms, because it's different paradigms. You know, I'm a part of a paradigm. They're a part of a paradigm. Come over to the new paradigm and be a part of that. Why not make the old fraudulent secret system irrelevant and powerless by creating a just and open system that is relevant and bountiful? So the beautiful thing about, if you don't know about cryptocurrency, the beautiful thing about cryptocurrency is it is not centralized. And then there's a company known as Ledger. They make hardware wallets, and they have a new wallet that you can pre-order right now. I don't have any links. I don't get paid for this. I don't get paid for any of this. But if you go to ledger.com, I believe it's ledger.com, you can get the new, because at first when we was impressed when the Ledger Nano S came out, and I'm like, oh, cool, but that only worked with like Apple and Windows, and it didn't really work with you know, the iOS or the Android. So now they have a new Ledger Nano X, Ledger Nano X. Okay, and this one it will store your private keys are actually built in the device. You know, you have to make up your 20. I think it's still a 24-word phrase. It might be a little shorter now. Don't quote me on it. So that's your key phrase. So you know, and you come up with your 6-digit PIN, and your crypto is safe. You don't want to leave it on an exchange. If you're new to crypto, you know the biggest exchange out there is Coinbase. And then they have like other ones like Cryptopia and Bitfinex and Binance and Bittrex, and you go down the list. I'm just saying these are the different exchanges. Like the best one, or I wouldn't say necessarily the best one, but the one where you can convert your fiat into actual Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, the most notable one is Coinbase. So, you know, yes, it was a bubble. Yes, it was a bubble. And look at it. There's another article, and I'll do a separate video. I'll do a separate video about like the other article where he's like, look at crypto, it crashed. Yes, it crashed. Remember, the high was at $20,000, and now it's around $3,500. That's a big crash. You understand? But it's a perfect buying opportunity. You're not supposed to look at it from the pessimist's eyes. You're supposed to look at it from the realist eyes. So it's like, as a realist, it's like, would this be a time to actually get in crypto? It's actually the perfect time because there's plenty of blood on the street. Lot of the big sharks in business tycoons, especially the ones that invest in the stock market and different things where they can get nice returns on their income, returns on their investment, nice ROIs, and it's very lucrative. These type of tycoons and whatnot, they always say, buy when there's blood on the streets. Buy when there's blood on the streets. What does it mean to have blood on the streets? That means when everybody is selling. Everybody's selling because it's crashing. It's crashing. But if you're not in the market, you're not losing. It's their loss. They sold for a loss. Now you buy cheap and then you let it ride all the way up, and then you sell when it's high. You sell when it's high. You don't wait for everybody else to sell. You buy. I'm gonna tell you one thing. You do the opposite of what the majority of people are doing. If the majority of people are punching the clock and going to work, you don't do that. If the majority of people don't have MSI, multiple streams of income, you make sure that you have multiple streams of income. They want to turn this into a preaching thing. Look, we got one paragraph left, and I'm gonna cut it, and I'm gonna let y'all go. If y'all want to support what I do, then y'all could obviously go to paradimestore.com. We got the best brands for your health and wellness needs. It's that simple. If you have any questions, my business number is right there at the top of the site. So is the business email. You can email me if you have any questions. If you need to know anything, it's like I don't really recommend things just because a lot of these supplements are not FDA approved, just because it's all natural and you can't really have a patent of a drug that is. Then they're trying to do it with CBD. There is a company out there trying to put a patent on CBD, and that's insane, because it's like these natural reoccurring molecular structures and all of these chemicals and elements are found within the environment. And especially if they haven't been genetically modified, how can you just take something straight out the environment and then patent it? Unless you have a proprietary extraction method, then that's the only way you could patent your extraction method. But the actual molecular structure that comes straight from the organic source, I mean, that's insane. But that's how criminal these people are. So let's finish this paragraph, because I didn't even want to get into that. Perhaps like the founding generation of yesteryear, there is still a group of men and women who would pledge their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to do something not only good but great in a seemingly perverse generation that celebrates not only bad but also evil. If this blog speaks to you, please comment and tell me what part you plan to play in the revolution. Sincerely, Oren Woodward. I'm not going to comment. Like I said, I'm going to make a second video and a third one, reading, breaking down those articles. But I had to get that out there. I'm glad I met with Ricky, and he's a really, really cool buddy, and I hope he tells more and more people about my business, because I really need the support. I need the support. This is what I do. I study the the specialists and the people who are really good in their art or their craft or whatever the case might be, their subject matter, their orientation. But thank you for watching. All links will be in the description. If you want to pledge and make a donation to my Cash App, I don't do PayPal, even though I have a PayPal. And if you want to send something to that PayPal, you can use the customer service at paradimestore.com. Email if you want to send something to that PayPal. I prefer you actually use the Cash App, which is cash.app/ what is that? The $ and Paradimez with the Z. And like I said, all the links will be provided in the description. Again, thank you guys for watching. Till next time. And if you want the esoteric and the occult knowledge, you can subscribe to the Shive One channel on YouTube. And I'm going to try to be expanding and keeping everything separate. Like Paradimez is going to be like this: finances, information, geopolitical, political, health and wellness. And then you got the esoteric, the occult, the astrology, and the numerology, sacred geometry. All that stuff is going to be on the Shive One channel. So we in hip hop and the dark arts and whatnot. All of that stuff is going to be on a separate channel, so we can keep this thing separate. So again, I want to thank everyone for watching and being a part of this. And like I said, all the links are going to be in the description. And thank you so much. Till next time, peace.